Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to biology class. Children, as you know that we were doing the chapter number 7, living and non-living. And yesterday I gave you the homework to write the difference between autotroph and heterotroph. So I could see many of you have done that homework. That's good. Those who have not yet shown it to me, please send it in the group, children. Okay. Now, children, we were doing the characteristic of living things. So we were talking about the characteristic of living things. Okay, so we have seen several characteristic of living things. We are left with only one characteristic, that is living things respire. Okay, so today we are going to talk about that living things respire, and the last topic of this chapter is species. So we'll talk about species also. Okay, so today we are going to cover two topics. The last characteristic of living thing, that is all living things respire, and then we'll talk about species, and then we'll do the oral questions and exercise. Okay, so let's quickly start with it. So children, we know that all the living things, let's start from humans, we. So just take a deep breath like this and exhale. So what we are inhaling, what we are breathing and what we are breathing out. This is oxygen that we inhale and carbon dioxide that we exhale out. Isn't it? Same goes with the animals also. Okay, like cow, dog and everybody, they also respire. Okay, though different animals have different organs to respire, to breathe, but all the living things, be it plant, be it animals, be it aquatic animals, be it microorganism, all these living organisms exchange the gases of like oxygen and carbon dioxide. Getting it? Like we know that aquatic animal like fishes have gills. So they respire with the help of gills. Alright. Cockroaches, they have a skin through which they can inhale and exhale. Alright. So there are different organs for respiration. But all the living things do respire. Be it animal, be it plant, be it aquatic animals, be it human, all the living things, those who have cells, they all respire. And children, what is, we have all like, there is a confusion between the two terms, that is respiration and breathing. So what is difference between respiration and breathing? Children, we inhale. We inhale oxygen. Alright. Oxygen goes inside our body. And this oxygen helps in generating the energy. Along with the food that we eat, oxygen also helps in generating the energy. Getting it? So, inhaling oxygen, then generating energy and exhaling out carbon dioxide, this complete process is known as respiration. Okay? Whereas only this process, that is inhaling and exhaling. Okay? Only this step, the inhalation and exhalation. Only this step is called breathing. I hope you are clear with what is respiration and what is breathing. So I am again explaining it to you. In breathing, we only inhale and exhale. Okay, like inhale, exhale. This is breathing. Okay, but in respiration, apart from breathing, there are several other metabolic activities that are taking place inside our body and which generates energy. Clear? So energy generation is also involved in respiration. Apart from breathing, respiration also includes the generation of energy. Okay, I'll explain it to you. So this we have seen. All right. So let's see what is difference between breathing and respiration. I hope you have already studied it once. So children, if we talk about breathing, so breathing only includes intake of oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. So only this step is involved in breathing. But in case of respiration, we inhale oxygen, then energy production takes place, and then carbon dioxide is exhaled out. Okay, so we can say that respiration is equal to breathing plus energy production. Okay, so this is respiration and breathing. This is the difference between respiration and breathing. So all the living things respire, be it plant, be it animal, be it any other living organism. All the living things respire, and why they respire? In order to generate energy. Okay, let's see what is written in the text. So living things respire. Take a deep breath. The air you breathe in passes into your lungs. Alright, the air that we breathe, that is oxygen that we inhale, passes to our lungs. Here, the oxygen in the air is absorbed and used by the body. Clear? Now, carbon dioxide is produced as waste. जो carbon dioxide हम exhale out कर रहे हैं, वो क्या कर रहा है कि हमारे body में से जितने भी waste है, उसको भी exhale out कर दे रहा है. When you breathe out, this carbon dioxide is expelled from your body along with the unused air. ठीक है, हम कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड तो एक्सहेल कर ही रहे हैं, साथ में जो कुछ अनयूज्ड एयर है वो भी बाहर एक्सहेल आउट हो जा रही है, बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट स्टोर कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. Carbon dioxide is not good for our health. Okay, we cannot consume a lot of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this process is known as respiration. Okay, breathing in and out is a part of respiration. So I think difference between breathing and respiration is clear to you. Now, the oxygen breathed in combines with the food that you digest. See, we digest food also, we eat food also, and yesterday I told you that when we eat food, why we eat food? Because it gives us energy. Alright, so oxygen also gives us energy. So this food and oxygen combines together inside our body and it helps in the generation of energy. Getting it? So oxygen breathed in combines with the food that you digest and produces energy. Now why do we need energy? Children, yesterday only I have told you that we need energy for everything, even for talking, for walking, for even blinking our eyes, even during the sleep we require energy. The pumping of heart require energy. Inside our body there are several activities taking place all the time. This also require energy. Even the digestion require energy. So energy is very essential for our body, and similarly these processes are taking place. Okay, so we need energy to stay alive, definitely. So to stay alive we require energy. The movement of your arms and legs, blinking of your eyes, and beating of your heart uses energy. Everything, every activity that is taking place in our body requires energy. Okay? You use energy when you read a book, when you think, when you eat. All the time we require energy. Even if we are doing nothing, just sitting idle, दिमाग तो चल रहा है ना कुछ दिमाग work like the brain is working, and inside your body also heart is pumping, and every metabolic activity is taking place. So all these metabolic activity require energy. अगर आप खाली बैठे भी हो ना, ये भी कहो नहीं मेरी एनर्जी तो वेस्ट नहीं हो रही, ऐसा नहीं होता है. हमारी बॉडी में एनर्जी all the time 24/7 it is used. Okay, so oxygen is the primary need of all organism. Definitely children, the moment a child take birth, when he or she is said to be alive, the moment he breathe in, okay, and when a person is said to be dead, the moment he stops breathing, the person is dead. All right. So this is why we all the time say that breathing is very important, and we ignore it at times. हमें पता नहीं होता है कि हम सांस ले रहे हैं ठीक से नहीं ले रहे हैं, but breathing is very 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 important because it is the oxygen and the breathing process that keeps us alive. Okay. Now living organisms respire all the time. Okay, all land animals breathe in oxygen from the air. Animals like cow, goat, or dog, birds breathe like us with the help of lungs. The earthworm breathe through its skin. Earthworm में क्या होता है? They breathe in with the help of skin. They don't have lungs. They don't have any nostril. So they breathe in with skin. Cockroaches breathe through several holes in its body. Cockroaches have several holes in its body, and they intake and give out oxygen with the help of those holes. Fishes, we know that they breathe in by gills and they take oxygen from the water. Okay. In plant, the process of exchange of gases takes place through a tiny stomata in their leaves. So we know that in a leaf, a small pore-like structure like stomata is present, which opens and closes, and during this process the gaseous exchange takes place, that is oxygen is taken in and carbon dioxide is given out. You know that plant take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis during the day and give out oxygen. Yes. Children, see, plant also respire. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि प्लांट कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लेता है और ऑक्सीजन छोड़ता है. See, listen to me very carefully. What happens? Plant also takes oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Okay, but during the process of photosynthesis it also gives out oxygen. Okay, जब photosynthesis की process होती है तो उसमें वो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को लेता है और ऑक्सीजन को देता है. Getting it? So the amount of oxygen जो वो inhale कर रहा है is less than the amount of oxygen जो वो बाहर release out कर रहा है. Now let me explain it with you with a suitable example. देखिए, आपने क्या किया कि you have taken a tumbler, आपने एक ग्लास लिया, उसमें पानी पोर किया, फुल ग्लास पानी आपने पोर किया. ओके, अब आपने उसमें एक होल कर दिया. ठीक है, पानी क्या हो रहा है, नीचे से निकल भी रहा है. ओके, सो you are keep on adding, you are continuously pouring the water in the glass, and with the double speed the water is releasing out with the double speed. तो क्या होगा, ग्लास हमेशा खाली रहेगा, and the amount of water that is being taken out is more than जितना हम पानी उसमें डाल रहे हैं. So what we will say that the net result is कि पानी उसमें से release out हो रहा है. So in the same way we say that oxygen is given out and carbon dioxide is taken in during the process of photosynthesis. So respiration in plants takes place day and night both. During the day, the amount of oxygen given out by them during the process of photosynthesis is more than the amount of oxygen used up in the respiration. The same thing that I have explained you right now is written here कि ऑक्सीजन जितना वो लेते हैं उससे ज्यादा वो ऑक्सीजन रिलीज कर देते हैं. तो ऑल ओवर हम क्या कहते हैं कि ऑक्सीजन रिलीज हो रहा है. ठीक है. So during the day plants supply oxygen to air. Getting it? By this way all the living things respire. So I would like to just sum up. I would just like to sum up this complete characteristic of living organism. So let's quickly have a look. So just a second. All right. So children, we were talking about the characteristic of living things, isn't it? And we have seen several characteristics of living things. So there were altogether 9 characteristics. Just count it in your book. There are in all 9 characteristics. So let's discuss one by one once again. So the first characteristic was that several living things move. Isn't it? This was the first characteristic. Second, all living things are made up of cells. Isn't it? Then, third, they all grow. Alright. Then, they have a specific lifespan. Children, I am not going word by word which is written in your book. I am just explaining it to you here. So they have a specific lifespan. Then they all reproduce. Isn't it? Then they show response to a stimulus. Alright. Then we have talked about all living things require food. Alright. Then they can excrete. Then the last one that we have studied, that they all respire. Alright. So these were the characteristics of living things. So we have discussed all these 9 characteristics of living things. And in this chapter earlier we have seen that there are certain common features of living and non-living. We have seen certain differences between living and non-living. And now these are the characteristics of living and non-living. Okay. Now children, just coming up to the last topic of this chapter, that is species. Okay. So let's discuss about species. What are species? Children, when we go out, ठीक है, हम जब भी घर से बाहर निकलते हैं और इवन इन आवर हाउस, हम बहुत तरीके के एनिमल्स देखते हैं. हम बाहर निकलेंगे तो हमें काऊ मिलते हैं, हमें डॉग मिलते हैं, हमें गोट मिलते हैं, even we see horses at times, we see like birds, different types of birds we see. So as we know that we have many varieties of animals and plants around us, isn't it? But all these specific animals have their own different characteristic. Like the habits of dog is entirely different from those of cat, and is also different from cow, and is also different from the birds, isn't it? And also from the reptiles and other animals, isn't it? So they are called species. किसको कहते हैं species? Dog is one species. Cat is one species. Cow is one species. Humans are also one species. Humans are also one species. Birds are one species. Okay? ये तो हम observe कर सकते हैं. Okay? Now how we have differentiated it? By their habits and similar characteristics. कि जितने भी डॉग होते हैं चाहे उनके अलग अलग टाइप हो, कुछ पमेलियन होते हैं, कुछ लैब्राडोर होते हैं, कुछ see I'm not very good at the names of the dog, so कुछ पमेलियन है, कुछ लैब्राडोर है, कुछ पग होते हैं, अलग अलग टाइप के डॉग्स होते हैं, but all the dogs show similar character. Okay, whereas cats, though there are several cats which look different, कुछ black होते हैं, कुछ brown होते हैं, कुछ पैचेस होते हैं, पैच्ड कुछ कैट्स होती हैं, कुछ वाइट कलर की कैट्स होती हैं, दो दे लुक डिफरेंटली बट दे हैव अ सेम करेक्टर, दे हैव अ सेम हैबिटेट. Same goes with cow, same goes with birds. Okay, they have certain similar features and they can reproduce among themselves. Getting it? So all those species which can reproduce among themselves and produce the same kind is called species. जैसे ऐसा नहीं होता है कि dog can produce cat, dog cannot produce cat, and cat cannot produce dog, or even the cow cannot produce dog, isn't it? They will produce their same kind. कि cow है तो cow will give birth to a cow only, dog will give birth to a dog, and cat will give birth to a cat. And birds will lay egg and they will produce a small bird only. Okay. Similarly, humans, we cannot produce cat, we cannot produce cow. Okay. So we will produce the same, like we are going to produce the same kind. All right. We will produce a human only. Getting it? So they are called specific species. Human is a one species, dogs are one species, cats are one species, birds are one species. Alright, so this is called species. Okay, and there are millions and millions of species of animals and plants. Okay, अब प्लांट का क्या है कि प्लांट में क्या होता है ना कि हमको सिर्फ ग्रीन ग्रीन दिखता है कि सब कुछ ग्रीन ग्रीन है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. There are also several varieties of plants also. Like take for example, हमने तुलसी का पेड़ देखा है, हमने नीम का पेड़ देखा है, हमने पीपल का पेड़ देखा है, ठीक है? So they also have a different character. Even the mango tree, then we have papaya. So all they have a different characteristic, and accordingly they are differentiated into several species. Getting it? So species is what? Species are the organism having similar characteristic and those who can reproduce among their own breed. Getting it? This is called species. So let's see what is a species, what is written in your chapter. So species. So you come across various kinds of organism in your surrounding. Okay, are they all alike? No. Dog is different from cat, cat is different from pig, pig is different from goat. Each kind of organism, dog, cat, pig, goat, has many individuals which are similar to each other, right? These individuals may differ slightly, but their form, habit, behavior are almost the same, right? Such a group of similar living organisms are known as species. So are you clear with this? कि dog is one species, cat is one species, pig is one species, goat is one species. Okay, they have same habit, they have same behavior, they have same character. Okay, so that is why they are characterized into one single species. Okay, so the member of species have similar body parts, live in the same habitat, eat the same kind of food, and reproduce among themselves. A horse will always produce horse. It cannot produce an elephant. Alright. A rose plant will always produce a seed which will only be like a rose plant. दो कलर अलग अलग हो सकते हैं लेकिन वो रोज प्लांट है तो रोज ही प्रोड्यूस करेगा, वो लोटस नहीं प्रोड्यूस करेगा. Okay, so they are called species. So there are about this much species of plant and this much species of animals, animals and plants in the world. Alright, so this was about the species, children. And let's discuss quickly the oral questions. Please take out your pencil, everybody. Let's discuss the oral question. Question number 1. Name a living thing that does not move. ऐसा कौन सा living thing है जो move नहीं करता? That is plant. Plant does not move and it is living. And a non-living thing that moves? Car. So car moves but it is a non-living. Write down plant and car. Question number 2. Give 2 examples each of living thing that start life as a single cell but develop more cells. Humans and birds, right? Birds and humans. Life starts from a single cell but they multiply. Okay? So birds and humans are the example. Never have more than one cell. एक सेल से ज्यादा नहीं होते. किसमें? अमीबा में, पैरामीशियम में, ईस्ट में. Okay? So you can write amoeba, yeast or paramecium. Next question. How is growth in a crystal different from the growth in your body? देखो हमारी बॉडी में जो ग्रोथ होती है उसमें सेल ग्रो करेंगे या सेल मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, ठीक है, उसमें हम कोई चीज बाहर से ऐड नहीं करते. बट इन अ नॉन लिविंग थिंग, अगर कोई नॉन लिविंग थिंग ग्रो कर रही है, सो वी नीड सर्टेन एक्सटर्नल items or external things to be added. Children, I'll send you these answers, don't worry, so you can write it from there. Okay, question number 4. If a seed is inserted upside down into soil, upside down means अगर ये soil है और इसमें seed को हमने ऐसे करके कुछ डाल दिया है, so in which direction will its stem and root grow? A stem will grow in this direction and root will grow in towards the ground and a stem will go away from the ground. This we know, right? It is called geotropism. So which feature of living thing does it show? It shows the response to stimuli or geotropism. Okay. Now next question. What is the main function of respiration in living things? It produces energy. So you will write produces energy. Alright. So children, for today your homework is that you will write, first of all, you will write the date in your fair notebook, you will write the name of chapter, you will write new words and you will draw the concept map and I would like to see it in the group. Okay, so do write the new words, do write draw the concept map and please mention today's date. Okay, in the next class we are going to do the exercise of this chapter. Okay, so please read the chapter. If you have any kind of doubt, children, please do ask. And one more very important thing, tomorrow you are having your Zoom class. Alright. So today I'll be taking the test of chemistry. Chapter Air Around Us. I think it is clear to everybody that tomorrow in the Zoom class there will be a test of chemistry chapter Air Around Us. Okay, I think it is clear to everybody. So children, all the very best. So that's all for today. Thank you and Jai Hind children.